In this video guide, we'll assemble the CyberBrick Official Truck and get it ready to roll. Details related to the required printed parts and CyberBrick hardware can be found on the CyberBrick Official Truck's MakerWorld page. From there, the guide document can be downloaded and used to follow along with this video guide. Part 1. Reduction Gearbox. Start by using the clutch shaft piece to fit the smooth metal pins into the holes in the gearbox housing. Make sure the first pin is flush with the back of the housing. Fit the clutch shaft piece inside the gear, which has a recessed area with inward-facing teeth. Then, fit the pinion gear to the motor shaft. Next, prepare the tube of grease to be used for the following steps. Use cutters to cut the tip off of the tube to open it if necessary. Place the compound gear with the smallest central gear onto the pin shown on the left. The motor and its pinion gear will then sit on top of this gear. Apply a small amount of grease to the motor's pinion gear and the small central gear. Place the largest compound gear onto the pin shown on the right. Place the remaining gear onto the left pin and apply grease to both of the smaller central gears. Place the clutch shaft piece onto the pin on the right. Place the gearbox housing cover onto the gearbox housing, fitting the clutch shaft through the hole and the left pin through the smaller hole. Use two M2 machine screws to hold the housing cover in place. Part 2. Wheels and Steering. Assemble a wheel by placing the wheel ring onto the wheel hub so that the tabs fit through the slots. Then rotate the ring clockwise until it stops. Fit the tire over the wheel as shown. Repeat this for each wheel. Attach one of the steering knuckles to the front steering bracket using an M2 screw on top and bottom. Pay close attention to the correct side and orientation. Additionally, make sure the screws are not too tight and allow smooth rotation. Do the same thing for the other steering knuckle. Attach the steering bracket to the chassis as shown and secure it with two M2 screws. Place the steering rack over the pins on the steering knuckles. Fit the clips over the steering knuckle pins in the slot at the top of each pin. Cut and remove the handle on each clip. Now we'll set the servo trim. Start by connecting the servo wire to the receiver board's S1 pin position, with the yellow wire facing the outer edge of the board. Connect the battery, press the small black button shown on the other side of the board. Disconnect the battery and then the servo. Take the servo and place it on the chassis as shown. Use the two longer Phillips head screws provided with the servo to secure it. Next, cut off the arms of the servo horn shown at the location of the hole nearest the center. Place the trimmed servo horn into the recession in the steering pinion gear. Place the pinion gear over the servo shaft with the servo horn facing out and secure it with a small Phillips head screw provided with the servo. Part 3. Drivetrain. Take the differential housing gear and place the four small pinion gears into each recession in the housing gear. It's likely easiest to place the top gears first, and then slide the lower gears past them. Carefully align and place the differential cover over the housing gear. Take the longer drive axle with the single dot marking and fit the slotted side into the drive axle housing with the corresponding single dot marking. Do the same with the shorter drive axle with the double dot marking and its corresponding housing. Take each splined pin and insert the end with the finer splines into the differential side gears. Now, insert the end of the splined pins with the coarser splines into each drive shaft. It's easiest to place the side gear onto your work surface and push the drive shaft fully down onto the splined pin. Insert the side gear of the drive shaft assembly with the single dot into the opening in the differential housing gear on the side closest to the gear. Insert the side gear with the double dot into the other end of the differential housing gear. Apply some grease into the drive shaft openings on both sides of the chassis. Then insert the drive shaft differential assembly into the chassis with the tapered side with the single dot on the left, as shown. Place the drive pinion gear over the clutch shaft piece protruding from the reduction gearbox and motor assembly. Place the assembly into the chassis to mesh with the differential housing gear, as shown. Part 4. Chassis and Body. Connect the 3-pin cable to the LED hub's main socket. Then route the cable through the upper chassis frame, as shown. Place the LED hub over the pin in the upper chassis frame. Route the cables for the motor and steering servo through the upper chassis frame as demonstrated. Then, fit the upper chassis frame onto the chassis until it clicks into place. Secure the two chassis pieces with two M2 screws as shown. Fit the wheels with the smaller hubs onto the rear drive shafts, securing them each with an M2 screw. Fit the wheels with the larger hubs onto the front steering knuckles and secure them each with an M2 screw. Make sure they can spin freely by slightly loosening the M2 screws. Place a few beads of glue onto one of the truck doors, in the recession for the window plate and around the side mirror slot. Place the window plate on the glue to secure it to the door and the correct mirror into the slot. Turn the door over, place a bead of glue into the magnet slot, and place a magnet into the slot. Repeat the same steps for the other door. Place a few beads of glue onto the truck cab in the recession for the windshield plate. Then, place the windshield plate over the glue to mount it in place. Do the same thing for the back window plate. Slide the doors into place in the slots in the truck cab. Place a bead of glue in the slots shown on the bottom front of the cab. Mount the bumper to the cab using those slots. Be sure to wipe any excess glue. Place a bead of glue in the slots shown on the bottom rear of the cab. Mount the front fenders by first inserting them into the back of the bumper, then into the glued slot on the cab. It's best to leave the doors open and periodically move them until all glue has hardened. Route the wire for one of the RGB LEDs through the hole in the cab for the left headlight. Make sure the LED is flat inside the headlight slot and insert the headlight cover into the headlight opening. Do the same for the right headlight. If necessary, use tweezers to place the LED correctly. Once the glue has hardened, place an M2 screw into the hole inside each cab door. Each door should now be held closed magnetically. Part 5. Electrical. Connect the LED hub's cable to the receiver board into the socket shown. Place the board onto the chassis and then prepare the power switch by securing it to the power switch tray with an M2 screw in the middle. Next, secure the power switch tray and receiver board to the chassis with 2 M2 screws. Secure each rear fender to the chassis by sliding them downward as shown until they click into place. Connect the motor cable to the receiver board socket shown. Connect the servo cable to the S1 position on the receiver board, with yellow wire facing toward the power switch module. Route an LED cable through the right taillight opening and connect it to socket 4 on the LED hub as shown. Ensure the LED is flat inside the taillight opening. Fit the cover in place over the taillight opening. Repeat for the left taillight and socket 3. Using the thick 2-pin wire, connect one end to the power switch module in the socket shown, and the other end to the receiver. Place the battery into its area in the chassis, and connect it to the other end of the power switch module. Take the LED wire for the right headlight from the cab, and connect it to socket 2 on the LED hub. Connect the left headlight LED to socket 1 on the LED hub. Part 6. Final assembly. With the headlight LEDs connected, move the cab over the front of the chassis and carefully gather the wires under the cab. Once roughly in place, slot the front bumper attached to the cab onto the protrusions at the front of the chassis and secure the cab with 2 M2 screws as shown. Place a bead of glue into the slots on each side of the truck bed. Then place a magnet into each slot. Wipe any excess glue and ensure the magnets are flush as necessary. Screw an M2 screw into the holes on each side of the bed's front bulkhead. Place glue along the tab which runs the length of the bottom of the bulkhead, and fit it into the slot in the bed as shown. Place the tail light LED wires into the wire guides and move the battery cable into the cab as necessary to clear the way for the truck bed. When the glue is sufficiently hardened, fold up the walls of the truck bed as shown. Put the truck bed into place and snap its hinge over the tabs at the back of the chassis. The bed is meant to hinge at the back. Last but not least, mount the rear bumper with a bead of glue and by aligning it into the slots on the back of the chassis. And just like that, your CyberBrick truck is ready to hit the road, built to haul anything you can create.